And breaking news right now, officers are looking for a rape and carjacking suspect up in the Madison area, leading officers on a high-speed chase after both of the incidents. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres is live for us in Madison right now. We're talking a really high-speed chase, aren't we, Matthew?
Yeah, speed limits up to 100 miles per hour at one point, Steve. So fast that police lost track of this suspect. So right now, the only description that they have is this stolen vehicle that he was riding in, a gray Chevy Impala with temporary tags and a dent in the side of the door. Now, I want to step aside here. We are on Cherry Street, and it's just down this home where everything all started. As you can see, officers are just holding this scene as the investigation continues. It was around here around 2 o'clock this morning when neighbors say they heard a woman from that house yelling that she is being held against her will. They called officers. Police arrived to find that same woman crawling out of her window, hysterical, yelling that she had just been raped. Now, this rape suspect actually, while police were there, fled the scene. They chased after him, but then police say that he stole a car at a Shell gas station on Old Hickory Boulevard and Gallatin Pike while the woman was inside. This then led to that high-speed chase. Eventually, even though K9 was called out, police lost track of this guy. So this morning, this rape suspect is on the loose. Police have not released his name or any other description aside from that limited vehicle description. As you can see, police are still here watching over the scene. We are told that woman is now in the hospital. Live in Madison, Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Matthew, other breaking news now that we're following. A woman is recovering this morning after her car slammed into a church on West End. Kimberly Davis live with the latest. So Kimberly, how's this woman doing?
Amy, good morning. That woman is expected to be okay after she crashed into the side of this United Methodist Church off West End in Nashville. As you can see, there was quite a bit of damage left behind. You can see this window is boarded up after a light pole smashed into it. Glass was shattered all over the place. Now, police are telling us that this happened around 12:30 this morning on the 2200 block of West End Avenue right here at the United Methodist Church. We're told she was traveling down the avenue. She crashed into a parked vehicle. Somehow she lost control of that vehicle. Then after smashing into the parked car, she ran into the light pole, and that light pole then went into the window, and her car ended up at the end of this building. It's made out of stone, so thankfully she was not severely injured. Police are telling us she was transported to St. Thomas Hospital with only minor injuries this morning. We are following the very latest in this story and are in contact with police. As soon as new information becomes available, we will update you on air as well as online. For now, we are live in West End. Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
All right, Kimberly, thanks for the update there along West End. Let's head out west now. The polls in Nevada closed. The votes are coming in this morning, and a pretty big surprise. Donald Trump just pummeled the competition in the Silver States Republican caucus, getting 45% of the vote. Right now, the numbers are showing that Marco Rubio comes in second, so a good showing for him at 24%. Ted Cruz is third at 20%. This morning, the presidential candidates are turning their attention to the Super Tuesday states, which does include Tennessee.
We are expecting to learn more today about the man accused of brutally murdering Mississippi teenager Jessica Chambers. Quentin Tellis has now been indicted with her murder. He's currently being held in a jail in Louisiana in connection to the murder of a foreign exchange student there. Chambers was found in a burned-out car in Cortland, Mississippi back in 2014 with burns on 98% of her body. She was rushed to the hospital in Memphis where she later died. Investigators say she and Tellis may have dated at some point. Investigators are expected to release more details during a press conference scheduled for this morning in Mississippi. Keep up with our Facebook and Twitter feeds for the latest information.
They pretended to be cops, but they were bogus. Yes, and the search now ends for them. 2 Fort Campbell soldiers are in handcuffs. Brett Jewell and William Jones, and there are the photos. They were arrested yesterday by Clarksville police. The two apparently did confess to impersonating officers and pulling drivers over. Well, they pulled over a couple of off-duty Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies, and that led to their demise. We're told the men used a Pontiac Grand Am with a little flashing red and blue light on the dashboard to commit the crimes. Those men are now facing 3 counts of criminal impersonation.
The search for a shooter continues this morning after a woman showed up at a popular downtown restaurant with a bullet wound. Metro Police say the woman's car was sprayed with bullets on Lafayette Street yesterday afternoon, and afterwards she drove 1.5 miles to Demos's restaurant on Commerce. We're told she's a former employee. The woman was taken to the hospital, but it's unclear about her injuries right now, and no word on whether police have a suspect.
Information on a deadly shooting in South Nashville could earn you thousands of dollars. Naswad Cindy was shot and killed while walking along Turley Drive near Willow Lane last week. His family is now offering a $10,000 reward to help find his killer. The reward money will be good for 30 days. Call Crime Stoppers at 615-74-CRIME if you can help out.
We're hoping to learn more about the body pulled from the Cumberland River over the weekend. Investigators say someone spotted it on Sunday. We're told it appears the person had been dead for quite some time. They were apparently wearing designer jeans and one Nike shoe. No word yet on who this person is or how they died. As soon as we get more, we'll pass it along.
We've got some new details coming in about that horrible crash that shut down I-65 in Sumner County yesterday morning. Troopers tell us that Mary Dawson was driving southbound near Millersville when for some reason she crossed the median and wound up going into the oncoming traffic, hit another car head on. Gerald Swank and Michael Walls, the driver and the passenger in that other car, they were killed instantly. A semi, unable to stop in time, then hit Dawson's car. That killed her. The car just demolished. The semi driver was not hurt. No word yet what caused Mrs. Dawson to lose control and cross into the oncoming traffic.